Ladies and gentlemen, I, the pardoner, will share a story centered on the theme, Greed is the root of all evil. Now that I'm back with my drink, I'll tell you the tale of 3 revelers looking for death. This is the story of 3 young men. They partied, gambled, visited brothels, and went to bars where they stuffed themselves with food and wine and danced all night. They lived gluttonous lives of sin, worshiping in the ways of the devil. Don't even get me started with their drunkenness. Just look in the Bible, see how many instances that wine and drunkenness led to sin. Take Attila, for example, who was a great warrior. He died in his sleep from a nosebleed after he had gotten mad drunk. He died with nothing but shame and dishonor. Oh, gluttony? Now that is an awful sin. You see, God banished Adam and Eve from paradise to live lives of misery and toil because they were gluttons. Gluttony brought the downfall of mankind and doomed us until Christ saved us by sacrificing himself. Gluttony has caused so much trouble and corrupted the world so much. Everything was fine in the Garden of Eden as long as Adam didn't eat anything. But they got kicked out when he ate the forbidden fruit on the tree. St. Paul the Apostle wept when he said, "There are many men out there who will tell you that they don't care about Christ and say that their stomachs are their only gods. And look at all these cooks who knead and grind and strain to make food for you to keep you satisfied." Everyone who lives for these vices is surely already dead for having sinned so much. Gambling is just as bad as gluttony, though. I mean, it rolls so many other vices into one, like lying and cheating. Alright. Now back to my story. So one morning, the 3 revelers I was just telling you about were drinking in a bar. They had seen a man ringing a bell, signaling a death. One of their servants notified them that it was their old friend who was slain. He told them that he was killed by the shadowy thief named Death, who was killing everyone in the land. He had already killed 1,000 people during the outbreak of the plague. This thief named Death sure was dangerous. As you can see, the revelers were outraged about this, so they made a pact. They vowed to kill the villain Death, and together the 3 delinquents swore to live and die for the others, just as if they'd been blood brothers from birth. And as they went along their journey, they came across an old man. The old man greeted them politely and said, "Gentlemen, may God bless you and keep you well." And in response, the most arrogant one said, "What do you want, old man? Why are you all wrapped up except for your face? And how have you lived to be so freaking old? Shouldn't you be dead by now?" He tried to explain that he did want to die, although Death didn't want him. The old man even told them that you don't do or say things to an old man that you wouldn't want done or said to you. But these hooligans would just not stop with their disrespect. They even suspected that he was a spy. So in response, the old man told them where they could find death, under the oak tree. The three scoundrels ran into the direction the old man pointed to, until they reached an oak tree. But instead of finding death, they found mounds and mounds of gold. They were so awestruck. And they couldn't believe that they had gotten so lucky. At that point, they forgot about death, and the worst of them had an idea. He proposed that they would wait and steal the money until nightfall. In the meantime, two of them would stay and guard the money, while the third would go to town and get bread and wine for them to eat until they could safely move the gold at night. This was decided by drawing straws. And in the end, it was the youngest who had to go. After the youngest left, the two guarding the treasure came up with a plan. The two of them decide that when the youngest reveler comes back, they would sneak up on him and stab him with their daggers. That way, there would be more gold for the two of them. Oh, but they weren't the only ones with the plan. When the youngest reveler went out for the bread and wine, inspiration struck. He headed to the apothecary to buy deadly poison. He filled the wine bottles with poison, which would leave his friends dead and him with all of the gold. The two revelers hide behind the big oak tree, awaiting for their friend's arrival. The youngest reveler returns from town to the oak tree, excited to kill his friends. Oh, but nothing turned out the way anyone expected it to. The two revelers felt victorious, and everything had gone as planned. They decided they'd sit and relax for a while before burying the body. They thought they deserved a celebratory drink. Their death was long and gruesome, and they suffered horribly. Death dragged all 3 of them away under the oak tree. They really should have treated the old man with more respect, considering he is death. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see what gluttony, lechery, and gambling gets you. May God forgive you for your sins and keep you safe from the sin of greed. Bloopers!
Okay, and I'm gonna make your face look really evil. Evil.
Aren't you guys supposed to come find me?
Wait, no, but first you go over them and be like, yeah, and then they'll come out.
Okay, let's redo this.
Okay, wait, I'll start. Oh, broken. Okay.